mixed reaction that Steph DeLander got a month ago at AIW 216 when she made her debut against Jocelyn Navarro. But it certainly doesn't hurt that Ziggy Haim, a rare singles appearance. You hear the AIW faithful, very big fans of the final girl of the production, Ziggy Haim. And Ziggy not even remotely intimidated at the size difference.
Big Zig, they don't call her Big Zig for nothing.
And just high-facing Steph DeLander, or Steph, as she insinuated and mentioned her alliance with Matt Cardona. She had her involvement in that main event at 216 to try to help Cardona get the absolute title back around his waist.
I don't like this. I think Ziggy should have stayed on her a little more. Maybe not worried about trying to get the crowd behind her. Move outside. As soon as she rolled out, stay on her.
She is stalking down right now. Steph DeLander, she's waiting for Steph to turn her around. And there we see the dive off the ring apron by Ziggy.
There's no padding on these floors,
Ziggy Haim, as I mentioned, not one that we see a lot of in singles competition. We've seen her team with Derek quite a few times. Of course, we always see her at Derek's side, his weapon of sass destruction. She is 3-5 as a singles competitor here in AIW.
She has a win over Brian Carson.
She does in her last matchup. Victory over Kayla Cassidy. Wasted Youth back in January. She's also got a win over someone who Steph DeLander has gotten to know very well over the last month or so. And Fonzie himself, Bill Alfonso, of course, also aligned himself with Matt Cardona. But right now, DeLander, this is not a good position for Ziggy to be in. Oh, just sent face first into the ring apron.
Steph really using the environment in her offense today. Use the guardrail, use the ring. Ziggy not looking great.
No, and Steph is going to take advantage of it all the way down over the shoulders, 2 count only.
Ziggy was really rolling to open this up, using her speed. And like I said, I think she's kind of, her slowing down to get the crowd behind her really is affecting her.
Well, she did what we've seen so many times when she's helped Derek in the past, where she will put her body on the line in order to inflict the pain, but right now she is taking that pain. Vicious clothesline out of Steph DeLander, just folding Ziggy Haim in half. Steph drags her back to her feet as the crowd attempts to will Ziggy back into this matchup. Steph DeLander just pure muscle to get Ziggy up to the top rope in a seated position.
Oh, caving in the chest of Ziggy.
Now using that length, using that height, gets the boot up in the corner. Fisherman suplex.
There's a snap fisherman, just threw her on the ground.
Follows up, makes the cover again, hook to the leg, 2 count only.
Oh, Ziggy fighting back.
Zig with a shot to the back of the head, but I don't think there was much behind that at all. Barely even phased, barely even registered with Steph DeLander. A shot to the midsection, and again, Steph using that size advantage, pushing Ziggy out of her range, while Steph can still land some shots. Now Ziggy throwing those wild elbows. And she gets out of it. Now looking for that bulldog out of the corner. Steph, though, again, uses that strength advantage. German suplex.
Folded her in half like a piece of paper. I don't think Ziggy's going to move again.
Dragging Zig back to her feet, just throws her out of the ring, calling for Porter O'Shea to lay a count on her. Not going to be enough to beat her. She's going to toss her outside.
Wow, I don't like this move, Wadsworth. I like the attitude and the confidence in it, but I don't think I like this move.
DeLander is content to sit on the top. Recoup what little energy she has spent in this matchup. Well, Ziggy has to work to get back into the ring. Porter O'Shea up to an 8 count. Zig in, though. She beats the counts.
That's 10 to 15 seconds that Ziggy was able to get her bearings back. I don't like this. Steph should have just went for the win.
Looking at her right now, I don't know how much Zig got her bearings back. I think the rope's the only thing that kept her up there, but she fires back. Forearm shot of her own. Steph coming back with another one, and Ziggy just standing in the pocket with her.
See, Zig woke up. Oh, Zig's not awake anymore.
That knee to the midsection slows her right back down. Steph has Ziggy in the corner. Whips Ziggy across to the far buckles. Charging in. Splashing Ziggy. Just using those top rope right now to hold herself up. Lander setting up. Whip across again to the other side. Coming in one more time, but this time goes for that shoulder into the midsection, and Ziggy rolls out of the way.
I thought it would have been over for Ziggy by now. She's really giving it all she's got.
Working her way back to her feet, charging in, back elbow against the Lander, who's caught up in the ropes, rolls out. There's another charge in. And now Ziggy in, just driving the shoulder under the jaw, looks to whip Steph across. Steph, though, using the power, reverses it.
Too much power.
Lander catching her, coming in. Tried to
Ziggy got away.
leave Ziggy, but Ziggy lands on her feet, hits the knee, hooks the leg, 2 count only.
2 count.
Now Steph DeLander pulling Porter O'Shea and claiming that her hair was pulled.
Porter O'Shea doing a great job with dealing with women. He's not used to it. This is a new thing for him.
And now, in a second, using the distraction, Ziggy took her eyes off her opponent and allowed Steph to come out with the boot from behind. Porter O'Shea. She hits it this time to deposit. Ziggy sitting back on the chest and a 3 count.
Steph DeLander getting her first win in AIW. Probably not her last, would be my guess.